Welcome to Rehoboth Beach, Delaware. I will be here all week and you will get lots of videos from this location, probably. Maybe a beach one if I can get out there early enough before the crowd. We're going to do a workout today with the ring, pretty much abdominal and outer hip focus. So let's get started. We're going to thread the ring through our thighs. Just above the knees onto our outer thighs. And then we'll lay on down. So making sure that your feet are planted. I like mine a little bit more narrow to about like my sit bone distance. So that gives the pelvis that room to like spiral wide. And it gives the thighs room to spiral wide as well. So my tail is heavy, my glutes are relaxed. I'm in that neutral pelvis where I'm not tucking my hips or overarching. I just have that like natural space in my lower back, and everybody's natural space is going to feel different. I'm going to focus at those upper ribs, taking a deep breath in. And as I exhale, feel how the low ribs get more connected into the mat, and all of a sudden you feel this whole pelvic floor, upper abdominal connection. So taking a deep breath in, I'm going to exhale, and those outer thighs are going to spiral out against the ring. And then inhaling as I release. Exhaling as I spiral outward against the ring. Inhaling as you release. So we're going to keep going for a count of 10. So you're wanting to feel this movement coming from the upper hip and thigh, not so much your knees, but up closer to where your leg and hip is attached. We've got 4 more. Feeling that exhale as we squeeze out. Last 2. Last 1. So we're holding this outward squeeze, feeling this in the upper thigh bone, but what I like to call the fast connection. And I'm just going to focus on this right leg. I'm going to release the ring and squeeze out. Release and squeeze out. So we're just working this right thigh in and out 10 times. Looks like we're not doing anything, but I know that you can feel this. For 4, 3, 2, 1. And then we're going to switch to the left leg. Left leg goes out and in. You may feel one side is a little bit easier to move than the other. Last 2. Last 1. Release. So keeping those hips neutral, press out against the ring, and we're going to pulse from that upper thigh for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, release. So I'm definitely feeling those outer hips, but just wait, we're going to get more. So you're going to draw your hands behind the head. At the same time we curl the upper abs, we're going to squeeze apart the ring. So make sure your tail stays heavy, you're not tucking your back. Take a deep breath in. On your exhale, those upper abs curl the head and chest forward, and we're pressing apart the ring. Pause here, check in. Are my glutes over engaging? My pelvis relaxed? We're going to breathe in, and we're going to lower the head back down. Inhaling as you prepare. Exhale, curling head and chest up, pressing apart the ring, squeezing it wide, and then lowering with control. Exhale lifts you, making sure those glutes aren't tightening as we lift. Control as you lower. 2 more. Exhale, curling forward, head and chest, breathing in, lowering with control. Last 1. Curl forward, head and chest lifts, breathe in, and lower with control. So now we're going to go down a ladder of 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So take a deep breath in as you prepare. Exhale, squeeze apart the ring, curling head and chest up. Stay lifted. And now pulse out for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower with control as you release the ring. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, head and chest curls forward. Pulse out for 4, 3, 2, 1, lowering with control, inhaling as you prepare. Exhale, curling head and chest up, squeeze out for 3, 2, 1, and lower. Inhaling as you prepare. Exhale, curl forward, pulse out for 2, 1, and lowering with control. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, curl head and chest forward, squeeze, hold that squeeze, breathe in again, and release everything down. Good job. So planting those feet, arms long by your sides. We're going to squeeze apart the ring, and we're going to lift those hips up into a bridge. We don't want to lift so high that the ribs are flaring. So we don't want to be here, because now we're just dumping into the lower back. There's no connection with our core. So that whole idea of like, let me get up as high as I can is really a disservice to your body. So we really want to feel that rib point, hip point connection at the top. I'm focusing on my outer thighs, pushing apart that ring, rooting down into my feet, and feeling as though my knees were reaching out towards the wall in front of you. And so for me, the tree in front of me. And then you're going to roll down. And as you roll down, I want you to release that ring. And think of your roll like a slinky rolling from the upper back all the way down to the pelvis. So we'll do that again. Take a deep breath in. Squeeze apart the ring. Peel those hips up into your bridge, holding it here at the top. The ribs are connected down towards your hips. I'm really thinking of opening through the front of the hips and thighs. Taking a deep breath in. And then letting the ring go as I melt upper back, middle back, lower back, tailbone into the mat. Inhaling as you prepare. Exhale, curling up, pressing apart the ring. Pause here, breathing in. And then lowering and releasing as you melt your way back down. We're going to do 2 more. Squeeze apart, lift those hips up, inhaling at the top. Exhale, lower and release, one bone at a time. Inhaling at the bottom. Exhale, lift and squeeze out against the ring, breathing in. And then exhale, lowering with control. We're going to reverse that squeeze. So we've been squeezing as we lift. This time we're going to squeeze as we lower. So no squeeze of the ring. We're going to roll the hips up into bridge. We're going to press the ring apart. Keep squeezing the ring apart as we roll those hips down one bone at a time, releasing at the bottom. Lift those hips up at the top. Press apart the ring, and then melt the back down one bone at a time, and then release that ring. Hips lift up, squeeze apart the ring, roll the hips down one bone at a time, and release. Are you starting to feel as you roll down that there may be a little shift in the pelvis? This is where our instability is from right to left side. So really focusing on moving from your spine, your center, and trying to let go of any tension as you lower down. Good. I think that one was our last one. So we're going to add on again. We're going to lift those hips up. Keep the hips lifted. Keep those ribs zipped down towards the hips. And let go of your glutes. They will activate on their own. We don't have to like over tense them. That's where we miss out on that pelvic floor connection, is holding too much tension and grip in our hips. We're going to start to pulse out against that ring for 10, 9, 8. Try not to let the hips shift or change. We're just moving those thigh bones out for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold it here. Keep that outer thigh squeeze against the ring. This time we're pulsing our hips up. Up. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, lower yourselves all the way back down and release. So we're going to add on one more time. Take a deep breath in at the bottom. Exhale, lift those hips up, squeeze apart the ring, lift your heels, lower your heels, tap your butt down. Lift the hip up, lift the heels, lower the heels, tap your butt down. We're going to maintain this outer thigh squeeze against the ring the entire time. Hips up, heels lift and lower, lower the hips. Hips lift, heels lift and lower those hips. We're going to do 3 more. Up, heels up and down, and lower. For 2, up, lift and lower. Tap it down. Last one, up, lift and lower, and bring it down. Good. So now we're going to keep those hips grounded. I know you're feeling those outer hips because I definitely am. We're going to go back into a little abs. So hands are going to go behind the head. So I'm very one side focused because I like to make sure that we can feel that side before we start to alternate back and forth. So I love layers. So we're going to start off with a little layer. So take a deep breath in. We're going to curl the head and chest up. We're going to rotate our ribs towards the right. I'm really also trying to peel this right rib away from the mat. So I'm not trying to turn towards you on my right side. I'm trying to angle towards the handle of my ring on my right side. My hips are square, and I'm feeling that left rib crossing towards that right hip. And I'm going to push out that right ring and then lower everything down. So a little bit faster. Curl the head and chest up to the right. Squeeze apart just that right leg. And then lower with control. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, curl and twist to the right. Squeeze out that right side. And then lower with control. We're going to do 2 more like this. Curl and twist. Squeeze on the right. Lowering with control. Exhale, curl and twist. Squeeze on that right side. Lower with control. We're going to add on. Exhale, curl and twist. Squeeze on the right. Hold it here. Pulse the right leg for 5. Just the right. 4. Exhale for 3 and 2 and 1. Lower it down. Good job. We're going to go over to the other side. So hands behind the head. We're going to curl and twist to the left. So we're thinking of that right rib wrapping towards the right left hip. And I'm reaching towards that left ring handle. And I'm going to squeeze apart just that left leg and then lower everything back down. Inhaling as you prepare. Curl and twist to the left. Squeeze apart that left ring and lower with control. Exhale, lift and twist. Squeeze apart. Lower back down. Inhale as you prepare. Exhale, lift and twist. Squeeze to the right. Lower with control. We got 1 more. Exhale, curl and twist. Just the left side pushes out the ring. Lower with control. We're going to add on. Lift and twist to the right. Pulse it to the left. Pulse it for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and lower with control. So now that we have both sides connected, we're going to alternate back and forth. So it's always curling to the right side, squeeze apart the right leg, curling to the left side, squeeze apart the left leg, and we're going to alternate back and forth. Take a deep breath in. Exhale as you curl and twist to the right. Right leg squeezes out. Inhale as you lower down. Exhale, curl and twist to the left. Left leg squeezes out, lowering with control. Exhale to the right, and the right leg moves. And we lower. Exhale to the left, and the left leg moves. And we lower. Exhale, lift and twist, squeeze. Release, lift and twist, squeeze. And release. 2 more rounds. Lift and twist. Release. Lift and twist. Release. Last one each side. Curl and twist. Last time to the left side. Curl and twist. Lowering with control. Good. So we're going to fold those legs up to tabletop. So your knees are in line with the hips. Your feet are just a little bit higher than your knees. So you can see I'm not at a perfect 90-degree bend at my knee. This is just going to help keep the thighs out of it, keep the back a little bit more relaxed, okay? So I'm finding this like spiraling externally of my thigh bones. So I'm keeping my feet glued together. So take a deep breath in, and on your exhale, we're pushing apart that ring and releasing. Exhale, squeeze apart and release. You're feeling those outer thigh bones really working. Squeeze. Exhale for 4 and 5. We're going to 8. 3 more. Squeeze for 2. Feet stay glued together. Last 1. Draw those hands behind the head. Let's add in those abs. Curl the head and chest up. Checking in with the glutes, the pelvis, making sure we're not tucking the hips or over engaging those glutes. Outer thighs, squeeze apart that ring. Release the leg and the head back down. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, curling forward. Squeeze apart the ring. Relax those glutes. Lowering with control. Upper abs lift you. Spiral externally into that ring for 3. And release. Curling up, spiraling into those legs for 2. And release. One last time. Upper abs and those thighs curl apart and lower with control. One last add on. Deep breath in. Exhale, lift those head and chest. Pulse out into the ring for 5. Exhale, 4. For 3, 2, 1. And hug those knees in. Maybe rock a bit from right to left. I'm definitely feeling this, so I know you guys are too. But I'm going to torture you with one last series, okay? So we're going to slide that ring to just above those outer ankles and outer feet, okay? So we're still working that outer chain of our glutes. The medial glutes tend to be the weaker part of our butt, so this is really connecting there. So those feet are straight up to the sky. I kind of have my hands slightly under my hips just to support the lower back. And we're going to push out for 10, 9, ribs are heavy, 8, shoulders relax, 7, exhale for 6, 5, squeeze, 4, focus on the outer thighs, not your ankles, and 1. I'm going to lower those legs about a third of the way down, reaching out through the bottoms of my feet. Squeeze here for 10, 9, ribs are heavy, 8, exhale for 4, 3, 2, 1. I'm going to curl my head and chest up. I'm going to lower my legs to my point of control. Everybody's different. Last round of 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bend those knees in. Take a break for a moment. Deep breath in. And then find that tabletop. The hardest part is maintaining your knee and ankle, knee and hip distance. We don't want the knees turning in and the ankles splaying out. That just puts a lot of pressure on the inner knee bone. So really trying to maintain that foot, knee, hip level connection. So from the hips, we're going to extend those legs. Reach out on an inhale, flexing back in on an exhale. Inhaling to reach and extend, exhaling to bend. Feel the softening of your hip flexors as you reach those legs long so that you have this deeper connection into your core, especially that pelvic floor. We've got 5, bend, inhale, reach, 4, soften the glutes for 3, keep those ribs heavy as you reach for 2, and one last time, extend the legs, bend it back in, curling that head and chest up, stay lifted. Inhale, reach, squeeze apart, exhale, bend. Inhale, reach, squeeze apart, exhale, bend. We got 3 more. Out. 2 more. Out. Last one. Let's hold it out long. Pulse it. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hug it in. Remove your ring. Draw your feet into the ring. Stretch those legs up to the sky and just pull those legs towards you for a hamstring stretch. Flex through the feet. Breathing into the backside body. Hug your knees in. Rock up to seated. Place your ring off to the side. We're going to cross our right ankle over our left thigh. Sit nice and tall and stretch the outer glute. Maybe flexing the foot that's across your thigh. This will give you a little extra stretch in your glute and hip. And then we'll switch sides, taking that left ankle across your thigh, sitting nice and tall, flexing the foot, breathing here. and release. I hope you guys will feel your hips and maybe a little ab work after that too. And have a wonderful rest of your day.